How I Came to Be an Orpheus by XXXX. House 2, Doosbury Giant, Class 5C, Mr. Clandusprod. I don't remember being born. I was too young. I do remember a lot about my early childhood though. We lived in Marshmallow Cottage, next to the Lemonade Reservoir. It was in a place that was very nice. Only nice isn't quite the word for it. I'm sorry, I only learnt the alphabet recently from alphabets and alphabet cereal, so I don't know many words yet. Most of our childhood is spent learning recipes, not education, so I'm still a bit behind the others. I asked Colin what a good word would be, I hope you don't mind, and he said, salubrious. I don't know if that's true or not, but I will try it. My home was salubrious. My mum, XXL, was quite big in the village, by which I don't mean she was a giant Doosbury Giant, I mean she was important, and lots of people used to come round to our house for meals. We had an amazing time. Everyone from all over Doosbury would visit and try out new recipes, and we had the best food in the world, as well as a very full house. I got very fat, which you have to understand is a good thing on Doosbury. It's a sign of good breeding, that you are healthy, wealthy, and food group wise. One day people stopped coming round, and I didn't understand why, because I was too young. It turns out my mum had been deposed because of something she didn't do. This made her very sad. She said many a time she'd been accused of something and that it was wrong, but she didn't know how to put it right. This thought ate away at her insides. I know she wanted to get her position in government back and be respected again and earning lots of money, but what really hurt was that all the people who had called round to eat meals with her stopped coming, as they didn't want to be seen with her. She got more and more sad until one day she stopped coming down for meals and stayed in her bedroom. It wasn't the same without her, so I just stopped eating too. Well, let me explain. I stopped eating main meals. I would eat snacks between meals to keep my strength up because I really needed it back then to support her, but I felt really bad about myself afterwards again for eating without my mum there. So I would eat without telling anyone and then try to get rid of it so I could eat with anyone who wanted to eat with me. Until I ended up on Orpheus, nobody else ever ate with me. I used to sit with my sticker books and trading cards pretending that I was eating with all my favourite Doosbury athletes who were in there. But I wasn't really. They were more fig rolls of my imagination. My mum got so sad that she died, and this made my dad so sad that he died, and then I was an orphan, and then the person who was in power after my mother said that it wasn't fair they should have to pay for my upbringing too. I got panicked that I no longer had the right to take food with me anyway. It was only when I got to Doosbury and met the others they encouraged me to eat again. I got a lot of my appetite back because of my friends, as I have good, kind, wonderful people to eat with again. But I don't think I eat enough still for a Doosbury Giant, and the way our metabolism works. We are gas giants after all. We have to eat more calories than any other species because of the way our bodies work, and our metabolic rate. Ooh, long word, thank you, Elfrida. I used to think I would waste away, and that it wouldn't be so bad, as at least I would be with my parents again. But now I think that maybe it wouldn't be that bad to live, as I can play with my friends, and learn, and make Doosbury proud of me again. What I think being a Doosbury Giant means, it means being big and strong. Other people get this wrong though, they think that means eating a lot and being a big size. It doesn't. It means being big enough to apologise and strong enough to admit your mistakes, to always be nice when you can. Being nice is the biggest strength you can have, and my friends are always nice to me.